This is WFYI News Now. It's June 20th, and I'm Sarah Neal-Estes. On today's show, the Indiana Pacers beat the Oklahoma City Thunder to force a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. Indiana Black Legislative Caucus members reflect on Juneteenth. And urban farms feed people and provide fresh produce in Indianapolis. We'll have the story of one navigating a federal funding cut.
And it's really helped people, BIPOC farmers, with cost of subsidizing the food. Plus, it keeps everything local.
Those stories coming up, but first. The Indianapolis City-County Council looks like it will reverse course and approve funds to pay law firm Fisher Phillips the full amount owed for the investigation into sexual misconduct allegations within the mayor's administration. A committee voted to approve the funds on Tuesday evening. The independent investigation found that Mayor Joe Hogsett and his administration were, quote, legally compliant in response to the allegations, but the women involved say it left out key details, including relevant text messages they provided to the firm. It was for that reason that counselors had previously said they would withhold some money until the firm presented that information. And near the end of Tuesday's meeting where they approved the money, Investigative Committee Chair Krista Carlino joined 3 other counselors in calling for Hogsett's resignation. The decision to approve funds to pay law firm Fisher Phillips the full amount for the investigation now goes to the council for a final vote. And the big news that broke on Thursday night, the Indiana Pacers have a chance to win the team's first NBA title. Samantha Horton reports the Pacers defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder 108-91, leaving one last game to determine this year's champion.
Facing elimination, the Pacers came in to fight for another day. They took charge in the first quarter, and at halftime they led by 22 points. The Indiana team continued to put pressure on the Oklahoma City Thunder, holding the lead until the final buzzer. The series is now tied 3-3, and 4 wins are needed to be crowned the champion. Pacers guard Tyrese Haliburton says he's only focused on Game 7.
Nothing that's happened before matters, and nothing that's going to happen after matters. It's all about that one game.
The last time the Pacers were in the NBA Finals was in 2000. They lost to the Los Angeles Lakers 4-2. I'm Samantha Horton.
The 160th anniversary of Juneteenth this week marks the day enslaved Black people in Texas learned they were free, nearly 2 years after President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. Rachel Fredette reports on how Black leaders in Indiana's legislature are using this week to celebrate freedom and push for education.
Indiana's Black Legislative Caucus believe current efforts undermine progress of the Black community. The Trump administration, Governor Mike Braun, and Republican state lawmakers have limited diversity, equity, and inclusion practices and programs. Those decisions seek to whitewash Black history, according to the caucus. Democrat Earl Harris is the chair of the caucus and represents parts of Gary in the Indiana House. He says everyone needs to learn history so that it's not repeated.
That's part of what we're fighting now, is to make sure that this country doesn't go too far back. We want it to continue to progress forward in a way that's best for all.
Juneteenth became a federal holiday in 2021. I'm Rachel Fredette.
For more on Juneteenth events this weekend, go to our website at WFYI.org. And for our final story today, urban farms are a critical part of the food system in Indianapolis. They feed thousands of residents who are food insecure. WFYI's Jill Sheridan reports on one local operation that's navigating recent federal funding cuts.
Planting is well underway on a few acres at the First Baptist Church on Indianapolis's north side. People plant tomatoes, corn, and kale, and vegetables less familiar in Indiana.
4 African vegetables, linga-linga, and then we have what's called a sour leaf, and then we have African eggplant, and then a sweet potato.
Kitty Beckman is the founder and executive director of Helpings of Hope, a nonprofit urban farm operation that started with a few volunteers more than a decade ago. The nonprofit sells affordable food at farm stands, helps establish community gardens where people can grow their own food, and provides cooking education. This summer, it took over the John Bonner Community Center's urban farm on the Near East Side.
We're a grassroots organization, so, we're here to feed Indianapolis.
Over the past decade, Helpings of Hope established itself as an important part of the local food system, and it's been able to grow during that time. Today, the group farms on 2 to 4 acres every year and has 4 people on staff.
We started yesterday. We already done over there.
Including Nana Bimba. She's from the Congo and has been in the U.S. for 14 years. Her mother taught her to farm and cook, and she says it's nice to have familiar, fresh vegetables to use. She says others appreciate it, too.
It's sometimes hard to find out here. If you find out, the price is high. But here we help people with low income. They have low money, so we're selling that low price.
But the group took a hit earlier this year. It lost some of its federal funding when there were cuts to a USDA program. Beckman says that funding helped farmers in central Indiana.
And it's really helped people, BIPOC farmers, with cost of, subsidizing the food. Plus, it keeps everything local.
Through that USDA program, Gleaners Food Bank subsidized the cost of raising crops for Helpings of Hope and enabled them to donate straight to local food pantries. That was one in a swath of Trump administration cuts from charitable food programs, more than $1 billion. Gleaners president and CEO Fred Glass says that impacts local farmers and nutrition programs across the country.
So this will exacerbate that as well at a time when we really should be diversifying our food sources. I mean, the pandemic taught us a lot of lessons, but one of them was be real careful about putting all your eggs in one basket.
Beckman estimates a loss of about $20,000 for Helpings of Hope. Other funding sources for the group include grants and donations. Helpings of Hope also has a strong volunteer corps, including many immigrants. Beckman says Indianapolis's international communities need more support right now.
It's a very scary time right now. So people, especially at our community garden too, we have returning gardeners, but I think people are just a little bit more apprehensive.
One person at work today is Narisio Dungy. He stands nearby where a few people are planting vegetables and working on other farm equipment. Dungy is from the country of Georgia in Africa. He has a background in logistics and joined the team recently as farm manager. He says he enjoys how Helpings of Hope is able to bridge the food gap.
So you can easily communicate with the folks and community that you actually consume the products that you're planting here. Our products can be a easy access to communities, neighborhoods.
He says his aim is to create more urban farms and improve the local distribution system. I'm Jill Sheridan.
That's all for today's episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by Drew Daudelin, Zach Bundy, and Abriana Herron, with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Kendall Antron produced our music, and I'm the news director, Sarah Neal-Estes. If you liked today's episode, remember to subscribe and share, and follow WFYI on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube to check in on our newsroom throughout the day. Thank you for listening. We'll be back Monday.